YouTuber here. We're going to start from our college football video here. Hold on a second. Um, no, I know this was released on yesterday, September 11th, but I was doing Madden football talk about the international series then, so we had to wait a day for this. And I was in a Madden update video yesterday. I thought, well, I could have done the Madden video then this yesterday. I just forgot one. I forgot that we were gonna have. I knew we were gonna have an update. I just from a video on YouTube from Eric Ray Weather. I will link that video in the uh, show notes below, as well as the first pinned comment as well. But we're gonna talk about what has been fixed in this next tile update for College Bowl 26. And something else that I see, not from Eric Ray Weather, but for somebody else, that could be coming to a, another title update in college football or a future college football video game, whether it's 27, 28, or beyond. And we'll talk about that at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Alright, first up for the thing they fixed the pass blocking and pass rush. Of course, I'm going over these notes that I have that are from the EA Sports website. I'll leave a link in the show notes to that as well as that channel that I said. So, also if you what I would do actually is instead of linking both, I'm just going to link the College Football 26 thing because in the College Football 26 Campus Hell tile update under the news, it has the video for it. So you can watch it and then read the stuff at the same time, listen to the video. And then I will leave a link. The other link I was going to leave, which was this video that I'm not going to leave the link for because it's within the video plays within the other link, other website, the EA Sports website. So instead of doing linking the video or having the video uh, thing twice, was the ones within the one link in the show notes. But um, the other video on my link is I'm gonna have to go into my watch history on YouTube and find it. Then I can link it. But stuff that you just see while watching YouTube, while not recording for YouTube. So and then we'll talk about this update here. So first up is the pass blocking thing. Some of the stuff we're just going to leave my menu screen on here, and then we're going to talk about some of it. We'll talk about and show you at the same time, so you can get a visual on it. This one you really can't get a visual on. It says add options to the base protection by default. I'll show you that. I can show you actually. So in the game, I don't know if you can do it in open practice. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Well, there's a few things I'm gonna show you what I mean actually here. And before I get to the next one, we're gonna talk about the add option to set base protection by default. So gonna go in here. This is gonna be in. I don't know if you can do this in practice. I know you can do this in a game. but I'm not seeing it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause because there's music for this. I don't know why there is. So we're gonna exit out that. So I would have to get into it. I don't feel like doing that right now. I might come back to that at the end of the video before I talk about this other topic at the end of the video. So it says add base protection by default. So you can see the what I'm gonna do is you'll be able to see it in the Eric Rayweather video that is kind of featured in the EA Sports thing. That's pretty cool. What's that? I check his channel. I'm subscribed to his channel. If you want anything updated and cultural outside of my content, so I mean, if you want to have multiple channels to subscribe to mine and his channel, as well as Bordeaux. Well, I'll just leave a link of the channels I want you to go check out in the show notes. His channel is one of them. The other is Bordeaux, and there's another one that I can't remember right now. But and then of course that one channel that I mentioned that has some type of a link to information that I don't know how much of it is true or not. I don't know. I kind of feel like it is somewhat true. We just don't know when. We know it's probably going to come at some point. We just don't know when. So we'll talk about that in a minute. It's a relates to game mode, and people can start making their guesses in the comments section and chats section below whether they want. So, out of it, the option to set base protection by default. What that means is when you're in a game, actually, we'll show you what I mean. Just ignore the uniforms and the team I'm playing. I just need to get to a game. This is for on defense. I'm hoping.
Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
I'm hoping that we can start the second half. That way we're on defense first so I can show you what they mean. And we are going to get the ball. Of course, we're going to get the ball to start. But I can show you anyways with Kansas. So I'll just return so we can get the Cowboys offense will go on the attack. No, why I didn't want to pause there, but okay. Where was it? Controls. No, that's not it. Options, maybe. Controller select. That was it. Changes you will not take effect until the current play ends. Warning, if you switch teams, you will not be able to earn any new trophies for this game. I don't need to, I just need to show. Every team has normally I don't play against the play. I'm not going to. I'm just going to show you in a
things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys.
So you have in the playbook. So
it's nice.
In the playbook, we talk about. Well, I'll talk about the playbook one in a minute, but the base protection. So I'll show you once.
They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
We'll have to let the computer control it. So I normally I wasn't going to, but I have to.
It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans.
Let's see here, where was it? Oh, coach adjustment, that was it. So it was
your matchup, and my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
It was called base protection. If I can find where it is, base protection.
And the Cowboys now with...
Well, I don't know where it is, but he shows you a little bit more of it in the video Eric Ray Weather does, so we're going to go back to main menu. But he shows you in that video what he means by that. So that's one of the things. Maybe some of the controller down here. The other thing is players who don't want built-in pass protection on plays. We have the new coasting adjustment to allow players to elect pass protection as default protection for all plays. When toggling this option, players will still have the ability to change their protection before I believe via the pass protection adjustments menu. So that's what that pass protection adjustments menu. So I don't have anything to show you that, but because I couldn't find it, but just check it out in the video in the link below in the show notes. Once this video goes uploaded, it'll have the show notes, so you can't check it out now. But okay, and then corrected the blocking protection UI from popping up in unintended scenarios. Finished an issue carrying unintentional offense aligned side when using the untargeted defense has finished an issue, allowing the defenders to be slanted into the four gap in man defense fronts, tuning the improved necessary target swap switching into empty pass protection, and then tile updated slide protection visuals to reflect the target changes during the on-motion plays, and tuning the defense tail bolt rush behavior near the goal line to better react to scrambling QBs. Tuning the reduced illegal man down the field caused by blocking, steering, and play action bootleg plays, and tuning to reduce the pass set depth of the offensive tackle against nickel, bug right, exit two-man stunts. Now coverage. I was just pass blocking and pass rush. Coverage. Updated the hook defense with the underneath coverage adjustment to play at 5 yards. Updated the hook defend depth with the over-the-top coverage adjustment to play at 12 to 18 yards, and the updated vertical hook zone that wouldn't match when using the cushion adjustment or custom zone stems. And then the updated 3 rack hook match logic to better defend a swing route from the opposing side of the formation and behind the line of scrimmage. It updated the animation logic to ensure the defenders match and user call press at the line of scrimmage updated the cover 9 logic to improve coverage by the 3 rack hook defender guarding the run back crossing the field. Now catching efficient issue. Here we go. This is the two ones I'm gonna hit on in the catching. I mean there's three, but two I think are really important. One is efficient issue, allowing the receivers to hang on to too many passes instead of getting the ball knocked out in traffic. I didn't have noticed that, but this one I had noticed. Tuning to reduce chances of contested mid-air from behind animation, where I was noticing this one. I don't know what that means, if it makes it more frequent or less frequent. I hope it means less frequent because it was a little too frequent actually. Oh yeah, reduce. Yeah, so it would be making it less frequent. What that means, what the mid-air hit from behind animation means is when we're seeing my games when I was throwing to the receiver and he was being hit from behind and it was causing a drop ball too many times. I mean, come on now. Just because you're getting hit from behind doesn't mean every single time it happens, you're going to drop the ball. So I'm hoping they fix that because it was just too frequent. That was not, hopefully that's what it means, but, playing the game would make us, well, you know what I mean. Playing the game, I would only be able to tell from playing the game, but I'm hoping that was what it is because I noticed that was a problem, before. And the last one improves some situations where collisions with the wide receiver at the snap would disrupt the time of the round. And now playbook content. This is where I can get in here and show you real quick. This is the new add the new ghost defense formation found in the 3-3-5 and the 3-2-6. So the 3-5-5 formation, we got the formation. So it was the uh oops, formation. Well, let me get the defensive formation. It was the then shows the 3-3-5 and 3-2-6, which I don't see it here in the uh don't see it, but it should be there on some. I don't know which plays, which plays it. or which playbooks that's in, but that's a new thing that was added, as well as the credit for wide receiver spacing and awkward motion animations from across multiple formations, fixed missing play action animation from specific key plays, without issues with jet reversal, pass being unable to be thrown when flipped. Where the duplicated plays and the corrected button mappings address legal formations caused by tendon motion in various sets. The flex bone option play speed for consistent across handedness, and the correct RPO pink glance behavior to match the intended logic, and fix the auto motion receiver collisions with QB. So back to the RPO thing, I finally found out how to run it was until Madden. I played it in Madden when it had the description where it says what to do, to run and hold the snap, and then to throw it quickly to get the pass part of the run pass option. So yeah, that's I figured out how that also fix the it also says fix the on motion receiver collisions with the QB, and then we have run game, the juke move for the halfback wide receiver small cap formations. Fix an issue with the QB speed burst was not working as intended. Tuned power shed for frequency for the improved edge leverage behind behaviors on the outside runs, and fix the error issue where the center's intentional movement was at the snap, and fix the issue where some inside zone handoffs were using the zone handoff animation and then alignment formation logic. Resolved default flipping in zone art crossing during the hurry up scenarios fixed an issue where the offensive linebacker stand against the middle linebacker when ran into a tight end motion fixed element of the play art on a nickel over covers 3 sky. It's mouthful. And the tune the defensive tackle alignment logic to prevent stacking, and the specific play combos updated the AI defensive logic to properly align over outside wide receivers in the goal line sets, and fixed duplicated jersey numbers for offensive alignment on the field. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't notice. The routes and audibles updated logics for so that offense can instantly flip a play on audible when walking into the line from the huddle. And then tuning the better balanced hot route timing by between elite Empire rated QBs. The updated delay for the consistency between all quarterbacks, regardless of animation they triggered. Some animations would take longer to time to finish, and it would be inhibited to a user ability to quickly make adjustments. Now all QBs have the same time delay between adjustments. And then tuning the hot route time delay time to make the timing under the center formations more consistent with gun and pistol. Fix an issue with allowing the rapid hot route after The pass blocking resized the indicator for audibles and almost appropriate the scale. So before we move on to run defense and beyond, I'm going to go back to the pass blocking and pass rush, the base protection by default. I really don't use that, but if it's important, some people know that's important, so I just was reading it because some people do it. But I mean, I don't think I've ever done that where I've changed the pass blocking thing where it is a default aggressive, whatever the case may be. Totally this option. I don't think I ever messed with that option before. Whatever was on the default or whatever was the game has set, I usually use. So I just want to go back and say that now. What was I on? Oh yeah, run defense tuned against tuned assignment flow consistent between RPO elite keys and peak logic. They add logic for edge to play at QB and boot naked runs when in a contained assignment passing. Result free form passing radical snapping bets initial location. Signature animation celebrations address some secure catching animations being interrupted by touchdown post play. Correct get up animations for use for control players post throw. Tuned hand alignment in celebration animations. And fix the QB hitching during the post play animation. And now the AI logic and coaching adjustments. Tuned AI defensive play calling. Tuned defensive play calling to avoid preventing the 2-minute drill. I'm trying to think what that means. Tuned AI defense play calling to avoid prevent and 2-minute drill, meaning the 2-minute timeout. I assume something has to do with 2-minute timeout. The updated AI logic to avoid goal line defense in 4-set receivers. Added safety coaching adjustments. Depth 16 yards. Correct spelling of the wide receiver in the substitution screen. Special teams improve the lead blocking decision making on kick returns. So what that means is when the lead blocker makes decisions for the kick returns, so it says improved lead blockers decision making on kick returns. So when a guy is leading the blocking, or the lead blocker, so he's making a decision on the kick returns. I don't know what that means besides that, but adjust kick return alignment to ensure reachability on onside kicks. Adjusted kick return alignment to ensure reachability on onside kicks. So let's look at Dynasty. There's a lot of Dynasty stuff that we're going to cover. We're mainly going to focus on Dynasty. We will focus on Road to Glory. We won't focus on Ultimate Team because I really don't do Ultimate Team except for that challenge where you do the 10, so you can get a trophy, achievement, whatever in college football. Well, what we know we do Dynasty quite a bit. Here is what it is. Fix an issue where the complimentary and competitive visits will not show properly in the off-season recruiting. which we have not gotten to before. We haven't gotten to a second season of Dynasty Mode. We will, but we haven't yet. Fixed an issue where the encouraged transfer spread was auto-sorting by speed. Fixed an issue in encouraged transfers where the roster size would counter would display the incorrect viewing after viewing a player card. Fixed an issue where players were not earning enough XP when manual progression was set to on. Fixed an issue where the off-season visits were not given enough influence. Fixed an issue where train results where the two users in an online dynasty could manually progress players at the same time, and fixed an issue where playing style stats and not calculating correctly for some positions. Fixed an issue where the team needs module was double counting signed players at each position. What does that mean? When you go into the team needs, and I've shown you my recording before where it says team needs module. I can show you that actually without any issues. So, let me go to my Oklahoma State one here. I have a Dynasty for Notre Dame for something else, but let me show you recruiting. So here's the recruiting module thing. I have some kind of set to visit in week 4. I'll show you what I mean. So let me find where it was. Okay. Fixed an issue where the team needs module was double counting signed players at each position. So when you go into the prospect list, it shows you the team needs at the top of the screen. What I'm assuming it was doing was when you had a signed player, each position that you needed there, the ones in the red, um, it was somehow like counting double is what it says. Then it says improving logic around player time, playing time deal breakers when other players are at a position to enter the pro draft. Fix an issue where that can cause incorrect playtime grades to display for the school that the player left in the transport due to playing time. Fix an issue where the career records broken included stats earned at a different school. Fixed issue that caused the scheduled visits of the offense in the offseason to process a week later than they should. Fixed an issue where they you can see the deal breakers of players on other teams in Online Dynasty, which I don't do Online Dynasty, I really didn't play it. Factor for me. And then the increased size of players' season health at the at the start of the season. Note the size of the health pool is still determined by based on how full it is at the end of the season, and this change makes the size move size more frequent if a player uses the most of the current year health. This is an exploit allowing you to have multiple visits at the same recruiter. Face an issue where the defensive tackles do not appear in the wear and tear auto subs menu. Fix an issue where the treasure room banner would not properly uh, uh, update to this current school. Fix an issue where the competitors shown as a 0.0 in the post-game box score. And then we'll talk about something else that I think that they needed, that hopefully they addressed either or that, or they need to address in the next tile update, and that has to do with Dynasty and box score. After this, I read this. Updated the Jim Thorpe to be the Paycom Jim Thorpe board and fish an issue where there can be unchecked ready to advance in the Online Dynasty. Weekly summary will now show when a player is visiting in the weekly summary will now show when a player is visiting in the current week. Did a new field to grass. So we don't have players. Well, we do have a player scheduled to visit, but the week before, I think. It says weekly summary will now show when a player is visiting in the current week. So we have some players visiting this week of week 4, or this upcoming week 4, not this week, but upcoming week 4. Let me find that. In the where it shows it in the weekly summary. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see here. Weekly summary will now show when a player is good. Okay. We're trying to figure out where to find this weekly summary thing. okay, I'm not saying it, but it was fixed, and now the SMU field to grass. We'll go over Road Glory because it was short and sweet. Efficient issue where the user player would be randomly subbed out of the game due to fatigue, and add a new NIL deal with Chipotle. Interesting. And fixing an issue where the sacks were not given negative tape scores during highlight moments, and add a confirmation pop up when quitting in a high school moment, and an illegal touching penalty in Road to Glory high school gameplay. We'll talk about Road to Glory in a minute here, but I want to go over something that was where it says fish an issue where the completion showed 0 in the post-game box score. I don't think I've noticed that, but what I have noticed, I hope they fixed it, is I was playing as Hawaii against Stanford. The score was one thing. I had safety in there, but the game had froze. So the safety is still recorded, but when I went to the box score, it had dropped. But then I went back into the main menu, here it showed the box score as correct. So I don't know why, and when you ready to exit the game, and the game is over, and it says exit and return to main menu or whatever it says, that it did not show the correct. I don't know why it did that. EA has had, was it EA or was it 2K? No, it was 2K. I had a similar issue, but in game, uh, in 2K College Football, College Football 2K23. Not the only time a college football video game has been called college football, but it was college football 2K instead of EA Sports College Football. But that's beside the point. But where it was Texas Tech and Georgia Tech or somebody, Georgia Tech and somebody. Texas Tech, I don't remember. It was a bowl game. It was not on the channel. I don't think. No, it wasn't on the channel. Where I was scoring, but it was being put in as the visiting score on their team to score, which was weird. So I just want to point out. Also, for that was just a sidebar from that. I want to repeat this. That was not from College Football 26 or College Football 25. This was way back in the 2K College Football game from 2K3. Just want to make that clear. This was when I was playing way back when I had the original Xbox system and I was playing the 2K College Football game. This was not for EA Sports College Football. I don't remember seeing that issue there or this issue that they're talking about. The only thing I've seen was that one instance where it was recorded safety, game froze, continued on, showing that safety as recorded. But then when you went into the box score and the game file score menu, it was not showing it. Then when you went to the main menu, it would show it. So that was weird. Then it says updated the SMU field to grass. I don't know what that means. If it was grass in play now, but not in Dynasty, I don't know what that meant. As far as I know SMU field is grass, but was that meaning it was grass and play now, but not in Dynasty? Anyway. So finish an issue where the let's see here. I mean, we're not gonna go over Ultimate Team because I don't really do Ultimate Team. And I don't do Road to College Football because that's an online thing. Um, Presentation. Here we go. This is where we want to go. This is where I wanted to next go with this. Equipment. New equipment pieces. So we have the six new Axiom helmet masks. New Adidas Ultra Boost Mono cleats, and then the Adidas Zero Electric 2 exotic speed cleats. I'm not gonna show you because I don't know which ones that's where that is to find out, and it just um was um added in there. All right, now the uniforms. I will be able to show you these. The ones on the equipment where the mask, face mask, the cleats, and other stuff. I will find out how to. I know if you just go to a player edits, you can find those there. So I'm not gonna show you that because it's shown in the video, but I will show you the new uniforms in the game. And what I'm hoping it will come into the style update after that. After this. So whenever the next tile update is after this 11th, I don't know how often we have a tile update, but I'll find out from the website how often we've had updates, so I can kind of see when I think the next update might be. So where was it? Yeah, here it is. New uniforms and uniform pieces. So we are going to do this and play now. So our first one is Air Force. So we're gonna go into the Mountain West Air Force. So the thing was the Air Force's Space Force alternate uniform. I'll show you that. Don't know that's not it, but I like this logo here. Here we go, Space Force alternate. It says Space Force on the front of the jersey. I guess Space Force is part of the Air Force. Space Force, Air Force. I don't know. I think if it is or not, even though they have their own uh, military medley theme or song. You know, Air Force has their own song. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, all those people have their own song. I think Space Force now has theirs. If you listen to the Armed Forces medley, the blue helmet with Air Force there on the side of the helmet, and then United States Space Force on one side. So, and then that's pretty cool. So it's Air Force and Space Force. USSF, which is United States Space Force. So that's one of the helmets, or one of the uniform pieces, the uniforms in the game. Another one is Central Michigan. There, it says it's the Central Michigan University sleeve numbers were changed. Okay. Then it was the East Carolina is the next one. East Carolina, we were asking what conference they're in. They are in the, I want to say it's Conference USA, maybe? No, they're in the I think they're in the American Conference. Yep, there you go, there. Their uniform one is just a helmet. And now I'll show you it. It's called the Purple Fleck helmet. I thought it says Purple Fleck helmet. So let me go back. Purple Chrome helmet 2, purple helmet. I don't know what that means. Purple at the purple at this purple helmet is the flak helmet. Yeah, because it was always just the purple chrome helmet was the only purple thing in here. Okay, so yeah. And then the next one is Florida Atlantic, and Florida Atlantic, I forget what conference they're in. Florida Atlantic, but Florida International, FIU. I think they're a conference USA. Oh, they're Florida International. So, and this one's two iterations of it in the same game. So, I'll show you what they are. They're not a particular helmet, or it's just a particular one. Here's the Vice one for the. And here's the 2023 Vice. So they had 2023, and then I'm assuming the current. You could mix and match. So you have the 2023 Vice jerseys as well, the throwback. So that's kind of cool there. Fresno State, they have their camouflage helmet. So Fresno State is in the Mountain West. And it's the Fresno State white camo helmet. Basically what it is, it's just basically they had this patriotic one on, and then they had one that was white with kind of a patriotic camo flash bulldogs written on the side there, and then the white USA helmet is the other one. And then they had the Mississippi State has 3 in here, and we'll get to that in a minute. So let me go back to the SEC. For Mississippi State. Mississippi State has 3. The 2023 throwback. Oops. Where is it here? Oh. The 2023 throwback, which is this one, is the maroon interlocking. The helmet is maroon interlocking helmet. And then the 2023 throwback jerseys and the 2023 throwback pants. So that's the first one, and the other one is the black uniforms alternate. Guess that means dark alternate uniforms. This one here. The other one, then the final one, is the white airlocking helmet. This one here. That's it for Mississippi State. Now Old Dominion, I think, is in Conference USA. I want to say. Maybe not made it to the Sun Belt. Yep. With Old Dominion, it's the University is a blue helmet. So I don't know if that means this blue helmet or that blue helmet or that one. But this one is it just says blue helmet, so I'm assuming it means this one. It would title what actually what it meant, but and then Oregon State is the camouflage one. I'll show you that. So that's the next one. The Sailor helmet. Baylor has one. It's called the Sailor Bear. This one's called the Sailor. I guess the Sailor Duck, if you want to call it that. It's called the Sailor helmet, but yeah. The camouflage one. Here's the white camouflage. White cam. I don't know what that means, but that's what that means. That's what that one is, and then that's for Oregon State. Sam Houston is the next one. Sam Houston is in Conference USA, I think. Yeah. And their one is their home jersey. So this jersey right here. So I don't know what they needed the fix for Sam Houston State. But that's that, and then San Diego State. Theirs was their home jersey as well. So take a look here. And then the next one is University of Alabama Birmingham, their home and away jersey. Oh, sorry, San Diego State's home and away jersey. So here's the home, here's the away. Sorry. And then UAB. Oh, they're an American Conference, excuse me. And it said their home, new home and away jerseys. So that's the home. And there's the away jersey. So it's all white versus all green. You can mix match if you want. But there it is. Now the California paw print helmet. Um, so basically, before this was the only other helmet besides. So now there's this one, and there's a Navy paw one, Navy helmet, and the throwback helmet. So before this, you only had this, and it might have had the blue paw one, and then they one. So I think you had three helmet choices. Now you have the it's just a paw print. So you only had this one and this one. Now you have this one and the blue one in there as well now for California, University of California. Now University of Kansas. We have two with Kansas. Is there a blue alternate? Don't know if that means that or not, but here's their current home, current away, current alternate 2, alternate 3, current alternate away, option, away option, current alternate option. So it says the alternate blue alternate option. I'm guessing that is it says the blue alternate uniform. Um, and then the white alternate uniform. So the helmets. So there you have for Kansas, Louisiana, Monroe. Are you all M? They are Louisiana, Monroe. I think is in the sun. I think they're in the Sun Belt. Yeah, they're in the Sun Belt. There they are. Theirs was the black alternate helmet. This one here. That's an interesting helmet. Here it is. This is what they mean. And then moving on to Nebraska. Nebraska has two. Theirs is their black uniforms. This is the black shirts alternate, which is the 2020, I think. Yeah, which is the 2020 uniform. And so it says black uniforms, and it says black shirts, black jerseys, black shirts alternate, black shirts helmet, black shirts jersey, and black shirts pants and then black socks, black cleats. It's not black socks. I don't know what. Anyway, so that is that in uniforms and the black shirts uniforms. Here's the main black, and then the black shirts one. So that's the uniforms for Nebraska. For New Mexico, it is the home and away jersey. New Mexico, not New Mexico State. So New Mexico is in Sunbelt, I want to say. Nope. The Mountain West. Yeah, the Mountain West. New Mexico State, so it was in the other one. All right. And for New Mexico, it is their home jersey. So here's the home. Here's the away. The new home and away uniform. The red Lobo script helmet. I think that was it. It's called Cherry Script Helmet. The turquoise alternate uniform. Because they're one of the schools that can wear turquoise. Florida State is one of them. Shows my statement. Yeah, I've never seen a football win for that, but they have it for basketball, so hopefully they make football one. And then, so it was the red script helmet, the turquoise alternate jersey. So here's both those together. And then the Lobo script, white Lobo script helmet. Yeah, it says the white script helmet. So it's basically a white version of that. I like this combination too, by the way. And then University of Virginia. It's a helmet, and that's the only thing for Virginia, and it's called the Star and Stripes helmet. Now that is it. It says USA helmet, but Star and Stripes helmet basically is what it is. It's called the USA helmet. That's pretty cool. That's in there. I just like when teams do that. I have some created teams that have did that. I created some teams that did where I did that as well for an alternate helmet. Okay, now we go to University of Washington. Here's Washington. Of course, Washington's had some changes. They've changed on a lot of the updates with the home jerseys, and then now the 2022. That's 21, but 2022. It says 21, but 2022. White and gold. What's the white? It says white and gold set, but wait. Anywho. Is that. Oh, yeah, the. Sorry, the 20. So for the University of Washington, there's two things. There's the 2022 white and gold set, and then the throwback uniforms. Here is the throwback uniforms. And trying to find the 2022 white and gold set. Here's the white and gold set. White and gold. Don't know what helmet is supposed to be with it, but then the throwback uniforms we just showed you. Now moving on to Helmet Real Life, or just want to see. Hour 13, hour 13. Okay. I don't want to make this video too long. One more video, or sorry, one more, not one more video, but one more. Um, and two more things. So it is the Western Michigan. It's the back bumpers. Something changed with that, and then the Washington, or sorry, New Mexico State. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Now the names now appear on the back on the New Mexico State crimson, white, and black jerseys. So that is all the uniforms. One I hope that gets in there is that orange Bucking Bronco helmet for Oklahoma State. It's there, but it's not in the. I don't know if it's going to be in the next update. I'm hoping so. Oklahoma State has not had a uniform update since those throwback helmets were put into the game. But I'm hoping that soon we will have one. So, of course, you got new IOs, but we're not going to play it because of copyright stuff. Here's a big thing we cannot. We're not. We can tell you, but we'll or we won't show you, but we can tell you. It is new commentator intros for 56 rivals, 15 stadium light shows, and 10 anticipated matchups for the 2025 season, including the Ohio State, Michigan, Army, Navy, Florida, Georgia, Oregon, Washington, Kansas State, Boise State, Fresno State, Oklahoma State, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Texas A&M, and Notre Dame, and many more. Oklahoma State not an actual matchup in real life, but they updated that, so that's pretty cool for that. So we'll show you that in Bedlam thing for commentary intros for the 6 rounders. So 15 stadium light shows, 10 anticipated matchups for the 2025 season. So there you have it. That is it. Once we have more, once we do another update, and perhaps how often do they do these updates? Well, their last update was on August 6th. So August 6th to September 11th. It was 5 weeks separating it was 5 weeks separating the two. 5 weeks in a day, essentially. Then part of that was July 24th, so which was in the end of July. So it was less than that for the first. Well, that was to be expected for the first one to at the first one to not have that big of a gap because it's a new game. You want to say, oh, we forgot this, or we couldn't release this until So, but it was 5 weeks between the last two. So if we do 5 weeks from September 11th, the next update should be the week of October 6th through the 10th. 6th through 10th. Somewhere in there, we should see probably around the 8th or 9th, October 8th or 9th, we should see another update. If not in, yeah, so if not in, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't see one then. Just because then November is starting to get towards the end of the season, they won't really put much big stuff in the game late in the college football season. So October there's still a lot of games being played, and in November there are games being played. So I say September, either September 8th or 9th, because it's usually a Wednesday or a Thursday. Because August 6th, okay, so July 24th was, let me look. At the calendar here. So July 24th was the first update, game update. Of course, the game came out in early to mid-July. So July 24th was a Thursday. August 6th was a Wednesday. September 11th was a Thursday. So it's been Wednesday. It was Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's been Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. So then that would make it the 9th, or the 8th. Again, so like I said the 8th or 9th. So then you look at the next pattern. The 24th was a Thursday, then the 6th was a Wednesday, then the 11th was a Thursday, so it should be then the 8th. October 8th, I am predicting another college football update on October 8th or 15th. 8th or 15th. 8th or 15th, we should see another campus title news thing and another title update. Because if you remember in the first title update in July 24th, not July 24th, but July 24th, the update was major because there was some stuff that was needed to be fixed in gameplay, dynasty, and there were no uniforms updated then. It was kind of it wasn't really a major update. The first major update wasn't until August 6th. That's when we had all the uniforms. And was Oklahoma State included in that? No, the uniforms were Tennessee, Ohio, Notre Dame, Boston College, Tulane, Tulsa, Iowa State, Mississippi State, and Cincinnati, with updated or added uniform away sets for Washington, Liberty, Virginia, Toledo, Georgia Tech, Houston, Tulane, Western Michigan, Mexico State, Temple, and Cincinnati, and just uniforms sets for Central Michigan and North Carolina and Marshall. So Marshall the collar, North Carolina the numbers, Central Michigan the helmet. The ones for the updated home and or away sets for elements were for Washington, Liberty, West Virginia, Toledo, Georgia Tech, Tulane, West Michigan, Mexico State, Temple, and Cincinnati. And alternate uniforms for Ohio, Notre Dame, Boston College, Tennessee, Tulane, Tulsa, Ohio State, Michigan State, Cincinnati. That was for the first uniform update that was back in August. August 6th was that one, and then of course Washington was featured in this one as well with uh the throwback uniforms in the 2022 white and gold set. So Washington has been featured both times in both uniform update title updates. So My guess is it'll be either the 8th or the 15th. More likely the 8th, if not the 8th, the 15th. So that's when so I'm going to say predict the 8th. So I'm going to say it more likely will be the 8th because if I'm going off the pattern, which is 5 weeks, that is going to be the 5 weeks. And it's been alternating Wednesday, Thursday. So the first one was a Thursday, the second one was a Wednesday, the last one was a Thursday. So the next one should be a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. So yeah, it was a Thursday to start the one, and then a Wednesday, Thursday. The next one should be a Wednesday. Which that would, if you pick it 5 weeks, that would be October 8th. If you did 6 weeks, it would be the 15th. But it's a 5 week span between the two, with the exception of July 24th, I think. But yeah, July 24th, August 6th. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It was 3 weeks in between that and July 24th one and August 6th one. But then it was 5 weeks between, well, 5 weeks in a day. So basically 5 weeks, which would put it at October 8th. Should be the next update. I don't see why they would put one in November, because the season is close to over by then. There's no need to put it in there. They might do some minor updates then, and they might do some minor updates, off season as well, like they did in 25. But I think the next major one will be in October, early October, October 8th is my guess. No, again, I'm not for sure on that, but if I had to guess at it, that's what I would guess. October 8th. I'm predicting. We'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong on that. But we're gonna leave it there for this video. I know it was a longer video, an hour and 28 minutes and 2 seconds and counting. But I just had to do this. Each time we have a title update, I will do a video. So hopefully I'll be doing another one in another 5 weeks or so. I'll keep you posted on whether I hear there's going to be one. I will know from watching that channel that I said from Eric Ray thing. So I'll leave you a thing to read. In the show notes, I'm gonna put down each campus huddle, each campus huddle slash title update that College Football 26 has had between July 24th and yesterday, and so you can read those for yourself on what has been added since the game launched on July. I think it was July 10th. I think was when it launched. Now I'm trying to remember when it actually launched. Let's see here. It was July 10th. So July. So July 10th. That would have been 2 weeks into the game that they released their first uh, title update. So again, I'll leave a link in the show notes for both for all three title updates thus far for College Football 26 in the show notes of this live stream. I'll start doing more doing show notes in the column show notes instead of in the description. Instead of saying in the description, saying in the show notes, because it sounds more professional that way. But until then, keep on